What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Today we have a special video for you. We always try and make them special. Today we've got one sent in by my good pals Jack and Sinz. They sent over replays of this game they had. They're also platooned up with my buddy Crank, but he doesn't have a cap card, so there's no footage from him. They are driving. Jack the Ripper is in the Centurion Action X, Action 10. Cranky is in the Deathstar, and Sinz is in the T-62A, and they are on Darude Sandstorm. So they sent this one over to me, and they shared the screenshots as soon as it went up, and it was very impressive. They had absolutely outrageous amount of damage between their three-man platoon. And just some very nice nice team play as well, nice platoon play. So I thought it'd be a good one to bring you. Thank you very much to those guys for letting me put the footage up. They could have put it up on their own channels, and they chose not to, so thank you, dudes. And what I've done is I've edited it together to sort of switch between Sinz in his T-62A and Jack in his Centurion AX as best I could. And then we're going to do a bit of a commentary on it. We've got a little marker up in the top left. We don't have beardy faces for him, but we've got a little Sinz logo, so you can see we're watching Sinzy in his T-62A at the moment. And they're pushing nice and aggressively down this flank over on the sort of 9-0 side. And Sinz gets a nice little early shot into the 140 there, who's already lost almost half of his health. So do go, both these guys, Jack and Sinz, have YouTube channels. If you want to go and check those out, I'll put the links down in the description. Sinz is called Sinz, and Jack's one is now called Uni Academy, so keep an eye out for that. There's some great content on there. You go, nice shot from Sinz into the 75, and a hit from Jack as well. And another one. And one of my favourite things about this one, I've watched it back while I was editing it, and even though we don't have the footage from the Deathstar, just seeing the every now and again just the little kill marker pop up and just say Cranky Pants has killed someone, and you can just picture, and then at the end you see the amount of damage he did, and it's just frankly pretty disgusting. So here we are, we switched over to Jack in the AX, and they're pushing nice and aggressively down. This is what you see from guys, good players like these, great players like these, always playing very aggressively, taking the fight to the enemy, and it works really well for this little platoon they've got here, for these two pretty mobile, very dangerous medium tanks, plus the support of a Deathstar sitting back keeping an eye on things. It's going to work very well on Sandstorm. They can push up, they can engage people. If they do get spotted and find a bunch of enemies that might be trouble, then they've got two very good players in tier 10 mediums to shoot at them, along with the covering fire from their team further back. So you see Jack's done 5 damage ribbons, 9 spots so far, not actually taken any damage yet either, and they look like they've cleared up pretty well on that side, and they're moving back towards the enemy spawn to find where they've gone. There we go, looks like they've actually looped around through the green spawn and starting to move in from the other flank. Nice to see nice aggressive play on these maps. It's always a little bit of a risk, especially when there's an enemy Deathstar knocking about, because you never know when you suddenly might get spotted and there could be 5 or 6 enemy tanks who can shoot you that you can't see. But they managed to play it very well in this, very nicely. I've had some really fun games on the new weather variant maps. Oh, risks the shot on the Deathstar, but gets away with it, and Deathstar is taken down. First damaging shot received by Jack. We switch back over to Sinz, who's got a shot on the Conqueror. Lands his 9th damaging shot of the game. Sinz has also not, well, there you go, spoke too soon, has had already not been injured up to that point. So it's a pretty good ratio of damage exchanged, I would say. 9 shots to 1. And there's another enemy Deathstar. Nice shot into him. So very bold play, in fact, driving around the map at the front of things in your tier 10 mediums with 2 enemy Deathstars knocking about. Unlucky on the T-54 there on the moving shot. Aims that one in, hits the upper plate and bounces off. And they don't muck it up that time. For kill number 2 and the 11th damage ribbon for Mr. Sinz. enemy Conqueror, gets a nice hit into him. They trade one for one. But he does have a TD backing him up, which I think is the enemy E4, which isn't going to be something... Oh no, it's a Tortoise. Well, either way, not something you particularly want to charge at head on. So he's just being cautious here, trying to put a few shots into the hatch of the Tortoise, managing to do a nice bit of damage. Tortoise is just trundling in, waiting to... there we go, waiting to find a shot, and he gets it. And there we go, just absolutely ruining this Tortoise. Taking off pretty much all of his health so far. He's going to get this one. And that's going to put him pretty much on the border of one shot. Here comes Jack, though, moving around for a flank on the Tortoise. Bang, finishes him off. Wasn't quite a one shot. Then very sensibly gets himself behind this rock so he doesn't have to eat a shot while he's reloading. Just pulls away in time. Unfortunately takes a hit there, but manages to take out the Conqueror without losing any more health to him. Leaving on a pretty nice amount of hit points to mop up these remaining two enemy tanks. There we go, there's the Object 140. Pretty dangerous tank. That was the guy right from the beginning, I think, who took some pretty early damage. But it's not going to be too much trouble for these guys with the game they've been having to roll in and destroy them. Still got the enemy artillery knocking about, not sure where he's going to be. Probably down in that bottom left somewhere. Maybe supporting behind this medium would probably be the most sensible place for him. But it depends where he's come from, really. So there we go, they are in fact together, which is sensible. Jack's got a shot on the RT, takes it. Sinz moving on the 140, wiggling around nicely, dodges the RT. That is some super unicum wiggling there, ladies and gentlemen. And moves in on the 140. Unfortunately, he's not going to have the hit points to take this guy out, so he gets taken down. Doesn't manage to survive, but his team aren't going to struggle to mop up that one remaining dude, and Jack does just that. So, there we go. 17 damage assists there, 15 damage ribbons for Jack. Let's have a look at those scoreboards. This is Jack here. We're up at the uni marker up in the top left. 5,000 damage, 6,000 assisted. Very, very solid game. Unsurprisingly, a master tanker on his second gun mark and also a scout medal. And then we jump over to Sinz, who got 6,500 damage. And then we look at the final results and we see that Cranky Pants Pie got 8,000 damage, almost 8,500 damage, giving them a platoon total of 19,930 damage, which is pretty ridiculous. Their team in total did 26,630 damage, so they did a very, very large chunk of their team damage, about 75% of the whole damage done by the team. Very, very impressive game indeed. So thanks for sending that over, guys. Appreciate that. That was good fun to commentate on. Do go and check out Jack's channel, Uni Academy, and Sinz's channel as well. Links are going to be below in the video description. Nice one. Also, Crank, get yourself a capture card, mate. I want to see that. Nice one. All right, well, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to give it a like and a subscribe, and I will see you next time.